my name is Maximilian and I'm in Victoria on beautiful Vancouver Island, Canada. So my journey started with me when I was around 21, 22 years of age. And I literally woke up one morning and I had this pain that was starting in my hips. And I just didn't know where it was coming from, but I had this voice in my head that said, this is not just going to go away. And it took me on a 9-year-long journey, figuring out what was going on. And during that time, this pain that started in my hips was slowly traveling throughout my entire body. So I ended up having long-term pain in all parts of my body. And for a few years, I just did what I thought was the best way to deal with it, and that was to reject it, to not really pay attention to it. And obviously that didn't really work out. It just made things a lot worse, this period of denial. And so I thought, okay, I'm gonna start seeing some professionals. And I saw some people practicing Western medicine. And unfortunately, nobody was really able to help me, and nobody's really able to even say what was happening with me. So I continued to feel this pain that was in various parts of my body, and really made it hard for me to just live my life. And you know, here I was in my mid-20s, wanting to do so much, wanting to travel the world. And eventually I realized, okay, Western medicine is maybe not really helping me at this point, so what else can I do? So I started looking elsewhere, and I came across traditional Chinese medicine, and that actually was a few years down the track, and it gave me one of those aha moments, because I remember I was reading an article written by a Chinese medicine practitioner, and it just talked all about energy, how we are energy. And something clicked in me, and I thought, wow, okay, energy, if we are energy, then maybe energy is also the solution for what I'm dealing with. Maybe that's how I can heal myself. So then what I started doing is I started looking at other modalities aside from traditional Chinese medicine that embrace this aspect of energy. And slowly but steadily I ventured into energy medicine, and I came across the NES system. And I just decided I'm going to see a NES practitioner. That was several years ago, and it was such an incredible experience because the system just revealed so much about myself. Being able to map out the energy fields in my body, and then being able to see what is actually causing imbalances, it helped me a lot to finally understand what was happening with me, and also where all of this was coming from. So this question of why am I dealing with all of this, really started to have an answer. So as I was getting more involved with the NES system and utilizing it for myself in my personal healing journey, I started to discover this is helping me so much on so many different levels, really honoring that holistic nature of mine, that I'm not just a body but a mind and a soul as well, that I thought, well, if it's helping me, and I've been struggling for so long with this physical condition, what if I can actually share this with people? And here in Canada, there weren't very many practitioners at all, especially on Vancouver Island. So that's how I got involved with the NES system and finally became a bioenergetic practitioner myself. And it's been such a beautiful journey that I haven't really looked back ever since, because there's so much ahead of me, and there's so many people that I had the opportunity to meet and work with as a bioenergetic practitioner. And it's interesting because I know how much the system helped me, and I know how much it allowed me to help myself, which is the most important aspect, this aspect of self-empowerment, that I'm now so confident when I sit down with my clients that I know I can truly make a difference. I can help them during their journey. I can be that that guide that they need, and I can provide some insights utilizing the NES system and the bioenergetic scan. It was about 2 years ago. I had a client visiting me, and the client was dealing with some physical issues, and one of their biggest complaints was that they had lost their vision in their left eye. And at the time, I wasn't really sure how to approach it, so I did what I always do. I trust the scan, so we did the scan, and there were a few different energetic imbalances that were revealed by the scan, and I treated them with the mihealth device. We did 2 treatments. We also did a set of infoceuticals, the liquid remedies, and it was less than 2 weeks later that the client emailed me and said, "I don't know what you did, I don't know how this works, but over the last week and a half, I have been regaining my vision in the left eye." You know, there's a lot of beautiful stories that I hear from my clients, and a lot of beautiful testimonials, but there are a few that really resonate so strongly with you, and they touch you like very deeply within your soul, and that was definitely one of them. I had a client very recently who had been taking medication to regulate her blood sugar for years, actually several decades. And the client came to see me, and we did, as always, we did a scan. The client was actually more concerned about some other aspects of their lives, and we were focusing on those aspects predominantly, involving her ability to move. That was one of their major concerns, that as they're aging, they wanted to be able to remain flexible, remain mobile. So again, we did several mihealth treatments and 2 sets of infoceuticals over the course of 2 to 3 months. And towards the end of those 2 to 3 months, I received an email, and the client was asking me if there's a possibility that the infoceuticals are helping the system, her organism, to self-regulate the blood sugar levels in their body again. And I said that's very, very likely, because the infoceuticals are very re-energizing and allow the body to regain homeostasis, a state of balance where the body really utilizes its innate intelligence to self-regulate itself. And then the weeks following, the client continued to be in communication with me and mentioned that they were able to reduce more and more the medication to maintain healthy blood sugar levels in their body. The biggest aspect of my practice that has helped me in my personal journey as well as my clients is that when I'm meeting a new client, I see this person as this beautiful whole being that they are. And I find personally as a practitioner that when I meet my clients on this level where I already see them as the healthy, beautiful, whole being that they are, it changes my approach to the bioenergetic sessions completely. Because let's face it, as practitioners, we're being visited by clients, and probably over 95% of our clients believe that they're broken, that something is broken within themselves and they need fixing. That's why they're experiencing pain. That's why they're experiencing so many other health conditions. So when we as the practitioners then just reinforce this aspect of yes, you're broken, and yes, you need fixing, and I'm the one that's going to fix you, it's a really, really hard thing to swallow. And I realized this when I was dealing with my own personal health crisis. And I started to realize, if I actually honor myself and see myself as this beautiful whole being, and I truly believe on the level of the soul, we are whole. And that it is beliefs that we acquire over our lifetime and experiences and trauma that we come across during our life, that those things affect us, and they affect the way we see ourselves. And we start to literally forget that we're whole to begin with. So as a practitioner, I feel it is my duty and also my honor to see every single client that comes through my door to see me as that beautiful whole being that they are. And then my job becomes more about helping them to see that for themselves. In this regard of seeing our clients as whole and complete, that's one of the things that I love so much about the NES system, because when we scan someone, we can then bring up the scan results, and we can look at the scan results with our client, and we can present it to them as a form of, this isn't showing all the different things that are wrong with you, it's actually showing all the different things that we can support. And through supporting these different priorities within your scan results, we are actually then allowing you to see the biggest personal growth that hopefully a person will ever experience in their lives.